Okay, take 17. Stuff drives me nuts. Okay, I just wish to follow up on a little something. Just about the assembly at Saskatoon. Mark Friesen. They, as far as I know, I still haven't read the order yet, but you check it out. If there's an order not to gather, well, there's a big difference between gathering and assembly. When you assemble something, it becomes one. It's one. The one. The Holy One of Israel. Didn't we just celebrate the Holy One of Israel? So anyways, there's a difference between a gathering, a protest, and an assembly. Now, not only do I believe I have a right to assemble, but I believe that the legal society maintains the same position compared to. Simple as that. On the legal side, did somebody outlaw a man's right to assemble? I didn't see no outlaw for a man's right to assemble. It's a right, not a privilege. All your rights were endowed to you by your Creator. So, you're the son of a tadpole, monkey child. That's where your rights come from. To pick lice off each other's butts and chew on it, I guess. But if you're the son of man, then your rights obviously come from your Heavenly Father. And not only do I believe in my Creator, not only do I believe that my Creator is God, and all my rights derive from my God, but I believe a legal society maintains the same position. CF. Right? Does not Canada recognize the supremacy of God? Guys, you got to smarten the fuck up. Learn to stand up. Quit hiding behind lawyers. Lawyers were originally created for business and for idiots. No, I'm serious. For idiots. Like people like, Mama said I could, so I did. Mama told me to, People that can't think for themselves or stand for themselves. That's what a lawyer's for. That's what an attorney's for. That's what these legal people are for. I don't wish to go into anybody's court, but I will appear at court because I was invited to appear at court. And if I don't appear at court, someone's going to come by with a gun and shackle me and throw me in a cage and force me to. So of course I'm going to appear at court. Right? Now, I might need a stipend. I might need a few bucks to pull it off. And seeing you're the one bringing me there, or the cause for I to move my ass over there, I'm going to bill you for it. So you can't do that? Why can't I? You saying slavery is not outlawed in all its forms on this land? So just a quick note on you guys, you're all going on about your constitutional rights, your charter rights, your covenants. I don't hear too many guys talking about the covenants, the human rights covenants. I hear you lots talking about, the preamble of the covenants, right? Declaration of Human Rights. But I don't hear much about the covenants. But anyways, none of that's yours, okay? None of that's mine. I don't own it. I didn't create it. It's not mine. I believe that's the legal society's crap. So it's full of loopholes. You can guarantee it's full of loopholes, but it's the legal society's crap. This is what the government's supposed to do. This is like what a man or a woman who acts as a public servant is supposed to recognize, and that is their mandate and how they act. Not how I act. Right? I have my mandate from my Creator, and it is to cause no harm, loss, or injury to my fellow man. That's it. And if I do trespass, I have the right to work it out with my accuser, to settle the matter before there's any court. Right? Legal society doesn't do that. That's their fucking problem, not mine. I'm not a legal person. I'm not a legal code decipher. I'm not a learned friend. You know, I am man. And why should I lower the standing of man down to a legal person anyways? You know, it's something a guy I know always talks about. Guilt is debt. Guilt is debt. Who says I owe a debt? I believe I talked about, about the police stuff already, but so think about it. Is there a law that outlaws man's right to assemble? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Right? I wasn't at a gathering. A gathering has many parts, separate. A protest are many, protesting. But an assembly is that when you ever build a model when you're a kid? I realize kids don't build shit anymore, but you build a model, and when you assemble all the parts, it is as one. So where the fuck is the gathering with that? Time to smarten up, folks. I haven't been feeling that good. Man, it's been up and down, up and down. I expected this. I don't know. I've been taking notes for days. I've really wished to do a show on stuff, and then I just don't got it in me. And then I've been getting out with my son there as much as possible. Oh, I pulled him through the snow today. But anyways, and then I just don't have it in me to do a show. So I know I'm overcoming this. So I just gotta. But yeah, I've done a couple that I am not putting up because I did my thing that I always do. I went off on tangent here and off on tangent there and got off the point. So I'm going to call this one a show, and this one does pertain to Mark. God bless you, sir, and may you and your family have a great 2021. Something else too, guys. I keep hearing this word, I can't. Well, I can. I come from a generation where I can do whatever I imagine. Now, if I'm causing no harm, loss, or injury to my fellow man, then it's lawful. I'll show you what happens to folks. And eventually does catch up with you, man. But let me show you what happens to folks. Damn. Oh, yeah, no, this is it. There we go. Let's bring it down a little bit. Now, which one is it? Is it that one? Nope. Is this it? Oh, maybe. There we go. Let's make this a little bigger. Saw this on Twitter. Okay. No, it's a fellow from Quebec that I follow his Twitter. I'm not very good at the Français. I'm not really good with Quebecois. But it doesn't matter. I enjoy the man's spirit. You see all these soldiers standing around. You see all these guys here in all the important looking expensive suits. They believe it was legal. And because they made something legal, therefore, they don't have to follow the law anymore. So they believe it was because they made it legal to kill, to murder, to enslave, to rape, to pillage, to take and carry off, to rob, to torture their fellow man because they gave him a legal name title as Jew or parasite is what they did. They were considered a parasite, just like you consider unborn children parasites. The exact same thing. So just because they decided that somebody was a parasite and therefore not of man, that they could just do all this heinous fucking shit to them. And here they are at the Nuremberg trials. Right? Now, would I use the Nuremberg trials as a thing? No. You know why? Because I didn't write them, and they're legal determination. They're not mine. Would I use them as a CF? You betcha. You betcha. So just because something is legal and you're following orders doesn't mean that what you're doing is lawful, and doesn't mean that you're not causing harm, loss, or injury. So I did enjoy that, seeing this. You know. How come it doesn't show the full picture in this thing? Did I do something wrong with it? Oh, there it is. There we are. Look at all these important folks there. Yeah, well, now they are arrested. So yeah, you can enjoy the fruits of your destruction for a time, but it's going to catch up with you. One way or to another. Nobody gets a free ride. Ass, gas, or grass, baby. Nobody rides for free. So I'm going to end my show with that. I wanted to get more into the Nuremberg documents. And the reason is that lovely lady in Ireland that wrote that, she wrote up a document for the government, you know, about the kids and stuff and the so-called, the Kung Flu. And it was just too fucking wordy, and I wanted to put it up, or I did wish to put it up, and maybe rewrite my version of something like that, and then send it over to a public servant or servants, and maybe hold them liable for everything. Yes, there are many ways to hold, just because they decide they're not liable for their actions, their homicides, the manslaughter that they have caused on this land with our elderly, doesn't mean that they get to get off just because they decide they can get off. No, that fat fuck Doug Ford, no, you're liable, buddy. You're liable. You know, and I think we should be holding that other guy, the finance minister, liable for every unaccounted for penny. Every penny that was wasted on this pandemic. We'll give him benefit of doubt. And say, okay, last spring, none of the shit worked. It didn't work anywhere in the world. Now you're doubling down. Now you're liable. Simple as that. Has anybody wrote a letter to their public servant recently? Probably not. Okay, I'm in pain. I'm going to end this. I didn't get off too far. Like the last two I just did. And then I'm going to do another one.